For this section, we're going to look at another kind of story problem now. These problems are called age problems. And these problems will allow us to track how our variables change with the passage of time. Now, generally speaking, the trick to age problems is organization. If you do them correctly, they're really just a bookkeeping operation. You're always going to have two time periods, whatever the present time is, and some change. We'll either move into the past or the future. And then we'll usually have two people we're talking about, A and B, and then we're going to fill the table with expressions for their ages. And then we're going to make an equation, and the equation will always come from the change. It'll always come from the other time period that isn't now. You'll see what I'm talking about as we build these. For example 1, we see that at the moment Alexis is 5 years younger than Brian, which means that in 7 years Alexis will still be 5 years younger than Brian. But it also says in 7 years the sum of their ages will be 49 years. So let's make a table based on that idea. You see here I've already made a frame for the table. I will just put in our names. You can just put A and B for Alexis and Brian. And then we're looking now, and we're also looking 7 years into the future. That will be our changed time. Well, let's begin by finding expressions for their current ages. It says here Alexis is 5 years younger than Brian. So if Brian's age is X, that makes Alexis's age X minus 5. The change will be that we're going 7 years into the future, which just means that we add 7 to both of these. So Brian's age becomes X plus 7. Alexis's age becomes X minus 5, because she's still 5 years younger, but 7 years have passed. So that comes out to X plus 2. Then it says, in 7 years, the sum of their ages will be 49 years. That means if I take these two expressions and I add them together, I will get 49. And then we just do that. We solve, and we're all set. So I'll drop the parentheses. X plus 2 plus X plus 7 is 49. I get 2X plus 9 equals 49. I will subtract 9. I get 2X equals 40. Then to finish this off, we divide by 2. And X equals 20. When you finish, it's a good idea to fill in the entire table. So we have that 20, that thing we just found, is Brian's current age. That means Alexis's current age is 15. And after 7 years pass, Alexis will be 22, Brian will be 27, and those two numbers add up to 49. But let's take a look at what they're asking for. What they're asking for is how old is each now. So the answers we actually want are 15 and 20. At the present time, Alexis is 15 and Brian is 20. Example 2, very similar. It says Maria is 10 years older than Sonia. 8 years ago, Maria was 3 times Sonia's age. How old is each now? So let's go ahead and set that up. So again, we begin by listing our names, Maria and Sonia. You can just use M and S if you wish, just like we did with the previous problem. And then we look at now and the change. Well, at the moment, it says Maria is 10 years older than Sonia, which she will then be forever. If Sonia's age is X, Maria's age is X plus 10. Then for our change, we're looking 8 years ago. So negative 8, that means back then Maria was only 2 years older than Sonia is now, because X plus 10 minus 8 is plus 2. Then we have X minus 8. Now it says Maria was 3 times Sonia's age. Maria was 3 times Sonia's age. Here you have to be a little careful. This is a case where the ideas we learned from the previous section will come in handy. They're saying Maria's age was 3 times Sonia's age. So let's write down our expression for Maria's age, which is X plus 2 at that time, was 3 times Sonia's age, which is X plus 8. You'll notice I pulled these expressions right from the table. X plus 2 and X plus 8. And now we just finish this off. So we will then have X plus 2. We'll distribute 3X minus 24. Then we just do what we did earlier in this chapter. We'll subtract X. You get 2 equals 2X minus 24. Of course, we add 24 to both sides. We then get 2X equals 26. We'll divide by 2. And X equals 13. So at the moment, Sonia is 13 and Maria is 23. 8 years ago, Sonia was only 5 and Maria was only 15. And we see that sure enough, Maria was indeed 3 times as old as Sonia was. But they ask us how old is each now. So again, our answer is that Maria is now 23 and Sonia is now 13.